Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Brawlhalla fans. Today we have gathered together for the first ever crew battle between Blue Mammoth Games, the developers of Brawlhalla themselves, versus Community Clan Kappa, who are going to be squaring off in a crew battle here today in the lands of Brawlhalla. This is going to be pretty exciting. I am really psyched to be casting this event. I'd just like to give mad shout-outs to Maximus from Kappa and Tyas from BMG, the leaders of these two crews who have decided to come together and help us out with hosting this amazing event. Thank you guys for inviting me, and I am honored to be casting this event today. This is going to be super awesome. I am really excited to be able to bring this to you guys today. And we're going to be gathering together all of the contestants here shortly. And it turns out that looks like some of my last night, that should be fixed exactly now. Check one, check two. In addition to being able to see everyone fight from BMG versus Kappa, today I'm also going to be joined by a new caster. Some of you may know him. His name is You Got Froned. He is a longtime Brawlhalla player, and I'm going to be bringing him into the stream here in a moment. All right, Froned, are you there?
I'm here. How's it going?
It is going excellent, man. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic. I'm actually just tweeting this out right now.
Oh,
Let's see if we can grab a few more people.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. I am really excited about this one. It was last week when we did the when we had the crew battle between Kappa and Moo, another one of the local community clans. It was like right towards the end when Tyas from BMG, the one of the producers over at Brawlhalla, was like, "Hey, we challenge you," and then all of a sudden this happened. And now here we are.
Right now, next week, Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. It's going on. And then it happened.
And then
the story.
And then it happened, and here we are.
That may or may not be his actual voice. Just saying.
Oh man, so it looks like the guys from BMG are slowly pouring into the lobby. So this is interesting because, you know, for a long time in the Brawlhalla community, everybody kind of assumed that the devs would have the upper hand, and then the community kind of outpaced them. And I know that the devs have been working hard to stay in the meta, and I know that there's a handful of them who are in the top 100, top 150. I don't know if we have any BMG representatives in Diamond or not, but I'm really excited to see these guys play.
I don't think so, but they could definitely turn around and show us that they're worthy. I'm sure they are.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this. I mean, most of the Kappa guys I have seen play because, for those of you who don't know, Kappa was born out of the obvious location. It was born out of Twitch chat, so streaming constantly myself, I'm familiar with a lot of these guys. But I haven't played any of the devs in quite a while, so we'll see if they're able to, you know, pull out some of that very intimate game knowledge and use that in their favor.
We're gonna see some exploits and bugs that nobody's ever known about from the BMG guys. I'm sure we're gonna see some crazy exploit tech coming in.
They know exactly which lines of code they need to activate in their minds.
These are the things that we haven't fixed yet. Hurry, let's use it in this battle and then patch it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we've got Tyas in chat already being like, yeah, you know, Valkyrie, the bow, all the good stuff. We're just gonna bust it out and just get ready.
there was a shadow patch that certain members of the certain players could use the Valkyrie, the bow, all these crazy new items. Nobody knows about it but the BMG guys. That's their anchor move right there.
This is gonna be so good. Oh man, I'm really excited about this. I think that one of the first times that the devs ever played against the community was we had Tyas jump into a 1v1 tournament like way back in the day, I think in December or January, as like the secret hidden boss of Brawlhalla. And it was so hype. Everyone was like, oh my goodness, it's the developers in here. What's happening? And so I'm really excited about this because regardless of the outcome, win or lose, you know, people will continue to hold this over the dev's head for ages, you know? If they win, they're like, oh man, you know, we need to nerf the devs. And if they lose, they're like, you guys need to make the game harder, you know? Like, it's gonna be one or the other.
Well, we're gonna find out in just a moment, aren't we? We got Maximus, Maxi, and Redolus. Looks like ready in the room. I guess we'll just hear from them to see when it will start. The game's up.
Yeah, it should be good. Let's take a look at the roster of everybody that we've got in the room right now. So we've got BMG Redolus. A lot of people should know Redolus from the dev streams. He's usually one of the guys who hosts that alongside Dynahedron. So most of the community should be pretty familiar with Redolus. On Kappa side, we got Maximus Maxi. Next up, we've got Milo 2391, well known for his Nash play
and his combos.
Oh yes.
Don't forget the Nash combos.
I know. What are with those combo routes that Milo has? Like, who invents those?
I have no idea. They could come out of they come out of thin air as far as I'm concerned. I have no idea where they come out of. I've tried to reproduce them. Can't do it.
It's crazy. I mean,
he's got it all down to a science.
Yeah, I mean, fighting against Milo, it's like trying to fight a brick wall. It's just impossible.
Or a wall made entirely out of cavemen wearing tiger outfits.
Oh yes. Oh yes. The Nash pain is real. Oh man. So we've got Kappa Elite as well. BMG Dan, Kappa Richt, BMG Tyas, leader of the BMG crew. BMG Professor Jade, Prof Jade, Prof Jayad, PJ. Should we call him PJ?
Let's just call him PJ.
I need to figure out.
That's easy enough.
All right, because you know we're gonna have to say that when he's live. So.
Or we just call him Prof, PJ, either one.
Yeah, all right. I like it. Then we got Chill Penguin X. Chill Penguin is partially responsible for a lot of the creative maps that we've been seeing in test mode, which is really awesome. And of course, Maximus Maxi, the leader of the Kappa crew. And yeah, we're gonna be getting started here. It looks like the contestants, the players, the legends themselves are going through stage striking right now. And it looks like actually the first contenders up for the crew battle is going to be Redolus versus Gerard.
Ooh, this will be interesting. This will be an interesting battle.
That it will. I mean, just to go over the rule set for you guys really quick, in case you don't, in case this is the first time you've come to a crew battle. Basically, what happens is that everybody starts with a pool of stocks, and so it's 5v5. All of the stocks that you have left from your match will carry over until your 4 stocks are depleted. So what we're going to be seeing here is a 1v1 battle between Redolus and Gerard Joling. Each of them are going to have 4 stocks, and depending on what the margin of victory is, those stocks will carry over, which is kind of why we've got in the center of the stream over here the stocks remaining counter that I'll be trying to update as we go along. Even though math is hard, I'm not a programmer or a developer, I just talk a lot. But here we go. We've got Redolus on Lucian and Gerard on Bodvar, and it looks like
Thunderguard.
Yeah, it's going to be Thunderguard Stadium, and here we go, guys. This is it. BMG versus Kappa crew battle, starting off with some friendly waves, and here we go.
Friendly waves and friendly stares. Here we go. We got Bodvar trying to get to something right now. Lucian's going to get the first weapon drop with guns. Unfortunately, without the Catsars, he can't make terribly good use of the shenanigan area, I imagine, but looks like Bodvar's going to get that hammer up.
Yeah, Bodvar is looking really aggressive right now, but Redolus lands a good signature. And now we've got a little bit more. Gerard is really loving that neutral signature from Bodvar's hammer. A definite favorite for people who play the Legend.
Especially if they're a favorite move against people who tend to favor air moves. Like Lucian's side air and with the guns, especially.
Yeah, it is something that you see really common on Lucian's. The side airs and the dive kicks when he's on the guitar is something that's very common, but Redolus is playing pretty patiently right now, getting some good damage. We'll see if he can find a knockout or not.
Gerard trying to get in with a couple of weapons, threw his weapon away, missed his throw, and now he's trying to pick up a few things that he can find to scrape out some damage. But right now it looks like they're going to be quite tied in the red area, both at 4 lives, just looking to finish each other off in the first takedown.
Oh, and Gerard lands the signature, getting the first knockout. Reis was trying to come back up under the shenanigan area and just got caught.
And it looks like Red is going to try to pick up that bomb, but he's going to get pushed away from it. Gerard's still looking for that neutral signature from the hammer.
Yeah, let's see how Reis is going to finish the stock out. Good damage from Gerard right there. Trying to follow up for the juggle combo. One more hit on a Bodvar. Should be able to do this if he can land another side air. There's the signature.
That's the connection.
Picks him up, locks him down. The Lucian finisher special.
All right, we're going to have a Bodvar sword versus Lucian gun matchup here with Reis just looking for some spacing. Getting a couple poke hits here and there.
And Gerard
having trouble getting close.
Yeah, Gerard looks like he really enjoys being aggressive when he's unarmed, even though they recently nerfed the damage on that. A lot of players are really enjoying the new priority that unarmed has, which is something Gerard seems to be doing a bit. Lots of map control right now from Reis.
Oh yeah, taking that center movement and keeping him away from the shenanigan area, just finishing off with that side heavy.
And that early orange kill. It's one of those things that Lucian gets a lot of hate for, but gotta admit that looked good.
I mean, all these signatures look good. I mean, Roland's signatures, Lucian's signatures, they have some extremely awesome animations.
And
so one way or another, even if they kill, even if they miss, they're gonna look fantastic.
And Gerard keeps looking for his own signature, but Reis has just been very wary of the spacing. Except for the one that cost him his life in the first stock, he's been able to avoid all the rest of them. Nice toss from Reis.
Right there.
Yeah, really risky play, but works out in his favor.
Ooh, he almost got him away from it, but he got the throw. Unfortunately, he landed right back on it. All right, looks like they're going to be doing some fighting in the shenanigan area right underneath. Oh, but then they're coming right back out, popping out like a... Well, I had something for it, but I'm not going to try to go into that, I guess.
Yeah, well, you know. All right, here we go.
No reason to try to kill that one.
Not at all. This could be a really big advantage for BMG if Reis is able to get a stock here. There it is!
There it is with the down signature, that little spacing coverage as he slides underneath.
Oh man, too good. You know, if...
Reis.
Oh, just manages to get back. Let's see if he can recover or not.
Gonna be fighting on the wall. Is Gerard gonna be able to take into manage? What does that mean? Manage to take one more life off of him. It looks like Reis. I won't speak too soon, but the position right now for Reis is pretty good, especially if the game ends soon and he ends up going into the next game with 3 lives. That'll be a very difficult time for whoever comes up next.
Yeah, and it's such a big advantage whoever wins this first round, because that early stock advantage is something you can snowball just into the rest of the battle. We do see that Gerard is able to take it down to 2-1. So we'll see. I mean, he can easily get another stock off of this if he plays well. Ooh, nice double signature combination from Reis.
Gerard looking for just a little bit of damage because he knows Lucian's got a higher defense rating for among the faster characters, so he's not going to be able to finish him off with some of his heavier signatures quite that fast. So he's going to just try to, I imagine he's going to try to just poke at him with some light damage with the sword, like those side lights, maybe a neutral light or anything among those light attacks, just to get a couple hits off here and there.
Well, let's see if he even gets the opportunity right now, because Reis has just been putting down such great amount of damage, just really good use of the signatures, getting some great reads on what Gerard's going to do, and there's the clip. It goes for the knockout. Reis takes it 2-0 in the first match of BMG versus Kappa.
Congratulations, that's the first round down. And let's see who comes up next. I don't think we have a roster to follow as like a... What am I looking for here?
Like a playlist?
Exactly.
There's so basically, from what I understand, the contestants the 2 crews can decide to submit people in any order as the battle continues. I don't know if it's decisions they make on the fly, but I know that information is kept from the other team, as that's like part of the overall strategy, is like who do you put where, which is interesting because like it's a question of, do you want to start off with your best, or do you want to anchor with your best? And so, you know, a lot of people are saying right in chat right now, like, Milo is probably one of the strongest players in Kappa right now. So maybe they're saving him for the end. We're not sure. We're gonna have to see. Right now, it looks like Kappa is putting in Richt, who is gonna be playing Cassidy.
This should be interesting. 2 gun users, 1 hammer, 1 Qatar. We'll see how it works out. Both very, very fast, except Cassidy seems to have the force advantage on this one. However, that I don't know if that will matter as much with Lucian's 8 defense.
Yeah, it is something that makes Lucian really strong. It's something that's kept him his 6 points in armor, I believe. He's got 8 movement speed, 6 in armor.
Yeah, 8 movement speed. I got that mixed up.
But that armor really goes a long way, because most of the characters that are really fast and have, you know, this really speedy weapon sets and guns and Qatars, you know, they're a bit slower on the movement speed. They're, you know, he's got some really interesting stats, and it certainly makes him a powerhouse.
All right, it looks like Thunder Guard is going to be the map of choice again between Redolus and Richt. Let's see how it plays out.
This is going to be pretty good. Now, remember, like, in this scenario, like, BMG is up by 2 stocks. All Richt has to do is get 2 stocks. You can do that off of 1 stock. If you're rocking and rolling, these things aren't possible. But here we go. Redolus is going through his suicides to get down to 2 stocks. And I'm really hoping that after all of this, we're going to have something like, you know, official crew battle game mode. I can feel that coming on.
You know, that would be something that would be really nice to have. It's almost as if the devs were in here, it's almost like we could tell them that.
Oh man, Redolus taking a little bit of damage after he accidentally threw a bomb into Richt's friendly taunt. This is why we need crew battle formats, so that there's time for friendly taunts and vulnerability at the beginning. Devs, take note. Redolus is gonna have to do some extra QA to make up for that this week.
Alright, well, it looks like Redolus is going to look for some heavy well, not just side signatures, but heavy signatures and get some initial damage off, because that 4 defense from Cassidy allows her to be damaged quite easily from heavier moves.
Yeah.
Looks like he's trying to just get back onto the stage.
Oh!
Weapon drop, but he's going to be finished off by Richt.
That was a great reversal. That's something that you used to see quite a lot on hammer and sword players, but never seen that before with guns. That was pretty well done. All right, so
just spacing out. He's trying to find at least 1 spot to get in on Cassidy, but the dodges are coming in very fast.
Yeah, lots of dodging back and forth between both players. Cassidy trying to stay airborne with the hammer. Not sure if that's the best idea against guns. She is in the red now. She's picked up some guns once again. Rick seems to be a little bit more confident with that weapon set, as we saw from the first knockout. Let's see if he's able to recover against Redolus.
Oh, he's keeping him away. He's got the edge guard going on right now. Can he keep him off the wall? It looks like he's not, but he's going to be able to hit that recovery, knocking him out of the ceiling.
Yeah, that recovery move against the wall, excellent use to steer it just a little bit more, guaranteeing the final hits. One of the more difficult moves to use in the game. Nice signature combination from Richt.
Oh, he gets in right underneath the gun range to get in a little bit of damage. Putting them both, well, I guess red is now in orange, but it was very close to them both being yellow and making it even.
Oh man, both players just kind of searching for signatures right now, knowing that Cassidy knows if she can get one on Redolus that it's gonna knock him out. And I mean, that would be a really good victory, I think, is at this point. It's like, you know, you got to figure out how to decrease the deficit.
Mm-hmm. And he gets the cancel on that down signature.
Ooh, and good signatures from Redolus.
Is Redolus going to be able to take 1 more life? Let's see. He gets the dodge through the down signature, though, off the side.
Rick just searching for some kind of knockout. Oh, he gets caught out by a signature, and Redolus takes another stock.
Very nice play there off the edge with the down signature.
Yeah, Redolus.
Oh, and now there we see that slight inconsistency with the slide kick into uppercut. You got the dodge out right before he can land it.
Yep, little bit of a miss there. There's another miss. Richt is just trying to find a knockout. If he can, he's going to be able to move on with 2 stocks. But, I mean, even if Reis gets knocked out here, he's done an amazing amount of work for BMG, coming out really strong in the beginning.
He's still doing an amazing amount of work. He's playing a great game of footsies right now with Cassidy, trying to avoid all these heavy hits.
Yeah,
Let's see how long he can last.
You can tell that BMG is in it to win it. Oh, 2 missed signatures at the same time.
Is Lucian's 6 defense coming in handy right now, allowing him to take a few more hits than than other characters probably would. There's another one.
Uh-oh, missed side air. Oh, goes for it. Oh, Lucian helps Rick back up to the stage, but clips him with a signature.
Takes another life. This is down to a 1v1. Can he pull it back and bring this comeback full circle?
Reis is just going crazy right now.
Take a total of 8 lives. No, he's not going to be able to, but he is going to leave Rick with only 1 life. That is devastating for the Kappa team.
Reis coming out with an incredibly strong showing for Blue Mammoth Games. This is
You can tell they've been playing a lot of custom games.
I heard that they were like practicing all night last night or something, you know, warming up. I don't know. But by God, that was a very impressive start.
All right, well, let's see who comes up next to take the reins for the BMG team to attempt to finish off the last stock for Richt.
Yeah, we'll see who comes in next. It looks like it's going to be Chill Penguin, another longtime player.
And it's going to be Richt on Hattori versus CPX on Thatch, using the crazy Thatch skin where he has a crab on his head. That's my favorite.
And this is something where, you know, and it's interesting because the one thing that the developers definitely have more so than the rest of us combined is game experience, because these guys have been playing since before it existed.
I thought you were going to say skins, but that works too.
They've also got the skins thing. You know, I would imagine that's like a company perk. Like, yes, if you work for Blue Mammoth Games, you will receive all of the Brawlhalla skins. All of them. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
This is too good.
All right, so they're striking right now. They strike out Twilight first, it looks like. King's Pass second. That just leaves... Well, I guess I don't have to say it. Oh, Thunder Guard is not going to be in this match. So, it looks like it is going to be Mammoth.
Yeah, Mammoth it is. First fight here on Mammoth. Richt is going to be coming in with 1 stock. Risky, I think kind of a risky choice switching over to Hattori. Again with the low armor. But, we'll see.
3, 2,
Maybe this is a character that Richt is just more comfortable on. We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, Chill Penguin is dancing out a little bit over there on the left. And that's going to be pretty good. I haven't seen Chill Penguin playing in quite a while. He was one of the first devs that I ever played against, and not sure what his game looks like now, but I'm sure it's pretty awesome. And here we go. Each player picking up a weapon. That's starting out with guns. Richt, meanwhile, with Spirit, and we'll see what happens.
They're looking for their first few hits. Rick picking up a spear, and he's going to get a sword on his third weapon pickup. Looking for a bunch of light damage just to get him down low. Hopefully he can take a stock off, but we'll see.
Rick looking pretty good right now, landing a couple of combos with the sword. I'm not sure that Chill Penguin's able to land a hit. He gets his first one there, but drops the follow-up. Nice combination from Richt. And we'll see. It just looks like he's planning to play this out aggressively and try to mix up his game plan. Oh, and there we go. First knockout from Richt. Sending Chill Penguin off the edge. Gets the first stock. Richt still in yellow, which means that he's going to be able to possibly get another stock off of this.
Let's see what happens here. He's going to try to poke at him a little bit again, get him down low. Thatch with his 3 defense, he's not going to be able to take much damage, even from Hattori's low force amounts, but we should be able to see at least something come out of this.
Yeah, Richt is playing really well right now. He does get caught out. Good damage from Thatch, just barely avoiding the signature. Gets juggled, however.
He is managing to get Hattori down low, and that's the finisher at the side, right off the edge, leaving CPX with 3 stocks going into the next match.
There we go. Rick was able to get another knockout off of that, which is going to adjust the score slightly. However, it's going to stay at the same lead advantage for Blue Mammoth Games, who are going to have 15 stocks, Kappa at 12. And at this point, we got to wonder how all of this is going to work out. It looks like Maximus Maxi is going up next. Definitely one of the stronger players from Kappa, the leader from Down Under. If you guys don't know Maximus Maxi, he does stream occasionally. He is a super awesome guy, and he is one of the dudes who put all of this together.
All right, the striking has started, and they've struck out King's Pass, Twilight, and Blackguard so far, so that leaves Mammoth and Thunder Guard. Let's see what they end up with, and it's going to be Thunder Guard. Let's see who they choose.
I'm really interested to see who Maximus is playing right now, because for a long time he played Ada, and oh, it looks like he's actually going to be on Cassidy. So we're going to have a Cassidy versus Thatch match. Maximus Maxi versus Chill Penguin X.
The Thatch match.
The Thatch match.
I love that. If only they were both playing Thatch, and then we could make some jokes about
the
that.
Chill Penguin X Thatch match, featuring Maximus Maxi on Cassidy.
The way that flows is just way too good.
All here today. All right, so
the suicide has started, and suicide has ended.
And here we go. We are in it.
Cassidy picking up the weapons. Thatch getting his weapons. We have guns versus guns, looking for some side airs, some light attacks, getting a little bit of damage off here and there.
It's going to be a lot of whiffed hits and dodging around as gun users try to get in on one another.
And hopefully some cannonballs coming in. Looks like he really enjoys using those cannons.
All right,
he's going to land down air right above him as Maximus misses one of his side heavies.
All right, Maximus getting back. He's back on guns once again. Thatch again with the low armor. It's really dangerous for him. If he gets hit by a signature, he takes a lot of force from that. One or two more of those is going to spell his doom. Oh, long charge, but he gets hit out of it.
Dodges right through the signature and manages to land a combo hit right on him.
Oh,
but he's going to dive right into the side signature from Cassidy, and he's going to get knocked right out. That three defense.
Such good spacing from Maximus on that signature charge. Just knew exactly where Thatch's was going to end, and all that patience. Ooh, nice bomb toss from Maximus. Always a it's almost kind of like a guessing game with those bombs, because you're thinking they're either going to jump or they're not going to jump, and sometimes you guess right and the other guy just goes right into it.
All right, all right, it looks like CPX is going to find that weapon right there and try to land an early neutral signature on him, but it's not going to work. He's going to be in the air, but he's going to finish him off with a recovery right off on the side. Now, it looks like CPX is possibly going to clear the map. Nope, he's just going to go for the sword. Cassidy picking up that hammer. Cassidy's got a lot of strong signatures on the hammer, so we'll see if a lot of those come out and try to just get a lot of heavy damage and knock him right out of the map.
Chill Penguin gets a signature on Thatch. Trying to play somewhat aggressively, not allowing Maximus to use any of the signatures. He's being very wary of the Hammer Whirlwind. Maximus has tried to use it multiple times, still hasn't found a connection with it. And this is a dangerous position for both players, both at red health. Maximus trying to find a hit with guns, almost gets hit by the bomb. Finds a side air, however, picks up the bomb himself.
That down throw is very dangerous. It's hard to read and goes very short, so it's very easy to use as an anti-air throw with a bomb.
Oh,
Cassidy hits the stomp but misses the follow-up, and it looks like CPX is going to finish him off with a side heavy on Thatch with the tip of that sword.
That is just devastating. Let's see how much Chill Penguin is gonna nothing at all.
He didn't get to finish that sentence.
Didn't get to finish it.
That's low defense for you. All right, CPX at 1 life, Cassidy at 2 in white, both in white health. So this is very low damage. Looking for a bunch of light hits just like the start. Looks like Cassidy's going to try to land a few dares, but nope, he's going to miss all of them and trade them out for a side signature.
Good spacing from Maximus once again, just backing up ever so slightly to get those signatures out without getting punished for it. And let's see if he's going to be able to do this. I mean, 2 stocks, Losing 2 stocks to get 3 would be... Oh, and there we have it. Nice
That's
signature from Maximus. Finishing it out 2-0 against Chill Penguin. And we're going to be moving on to the next.
All right, it looks like, is that BMG up 2 lives right now, going on to their 3rd man, seeing if they can finish off the last 2 stocks of Maximus Maxi to get an even larger lead, but we will find out in this next game.
Interested to see who's going to be going up next for Blue Mammoth Games. They do have Dan, PJ, and Tyveris left.
And Tyveris says PJ should be up next, it looks like, so we will see what he can bring to the table.
And the play on these games is super interesting to watch, just because there's... When you're in this crew battle, you tend to see things that you don't normally see on the ladder, just because of the fact that everybody's playing. When you're in a crew like this, you end up playing all these matches internally, and you start developing all these particular types of skills and strategies that kind of exist within the realm of your group. It's something that we saw quite a bit with both Tech and with Jotunheimer. Where they slowly kind of developed their own styles, where they all shared and brought things from one another. And so it's interesting to see these 2 teams kind of square off. And of course, knowing that regardless of the outcome, that BMG will suffer the consequences one way or the other.
All right, the first map to be struck is King's Pass, followed by Twilight Grove. And PJ already picking his Orion before anything else has started. Surprisingly enough, it is not a Metadev skin.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that works. I guess if you're a developer, then you can't meet yourself. So, is that how that works? We're not sure. Maybe he just likes the spaceship one, the astronaut Orion. Who's to say?
For whatever reason, all the skins are fantastic. And we'll see if the play is as well. Orion's got some pretty solid stats with 4 force and 6 in everything else. So even though he might not be able to deal a lot of damage early on, he does have an advantage in every other category. So we'll see what they pull out. We'll see what Max pulls out in this next game.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see a developer on Orion. I mean, Orion recently got overhauled in the last patch, where all of his signatures were kind of retooled and sped up a little bit so that they could be a little bit more consistent with the level of power a lot of other legends have with their signatures. And so Orion's finally been seeing a lot of play after being ignored for the last couple patches, which is really nice to see. I think his signature kit is really interesting and unique. And Maximus just kind of being patient on
server group assigned.
Everything else. I don't know why my TeamSpeak is trying to talk to me, but that's cool.
You should say hi back. All right, the 3rd strike is going to be Mammoth Fortress. Maximus picking out that Cassidy one more time. Oh, is he changing? Just picked it and back down, so we'll see if he decides on a different character. Okay, and the last strike is going to be for Blackguard, so it'll be Thunder Guard again. Now all we have to do is wait for Maximus's pick, and it is going to be Cassidy a 2nd time for this game. Now he will be suiciding twice at the beginning. Let's see how it goes.
I will say the Maximus Maxi looked pretty good on Cassidy in the last round. He had some really good signatures, like he had some really good reads playing against Chill Penguin. And, you know, the Cassidy signatures, they are part of what makes her kit so awesome and so fun to play, and Maximus has been doing a great job. But here we go, guys. We are back at it. We are in Thunderguard Stadium, Maximus Maxi versus PJ. And we are going to be seeing how this turns out, and if Maximus Maxi is going to be able to close down this lead that Blue Mammoth Games has earned for themselves.
All right. Both suicides are out of the way, so we should see the start of this match going right now. Purple Orion versus regular Cassidy. Cassidy with the hammer and Orion with the spear as their first weapons. Just looking for those move reads, some light damage here and there. Looks like the only thing we have so far is, oh, well, before that was just a throw, but now we have a few hits coming in from all sides. Maximus really landing a lot of hits with that hammer, dealing a lot of damage to Orion, but that lance now, we'll see if he can use the range to his advantage and get in and get some strong pushback.
Yeah, both players right now really just kind of using their signatures to try and, you know, create some space, let the other person know that they're not afraid to press that signature button. Maximus trying to be patient, almost knocks him into the mine, just not enough force to do it. Would have been
very close. I'd say it wasn't the force, it was the stun. If he was stunned for any longer, he would have landed on it.
Oh man, PJ going underneath, gets hit by a weapon toss, however. Maximus trying to figure out how to do this, keeps tossing weapons down in the shenanigan area.
The recovery into the shenanigan area with the lance might not have been the best idea, as he did not have a great means of getting out.
Yeah,
let's see if he can deal some damage back here, even though he is in red. Very little will kill him at this point. Or very little won't kill him at this point.
Yeah, Cassidy just really, Maximus looks like he's going for a weapon. However, good map control from PJ. Nice signature move, preventing Maximus from getting to a weapon. There comes the item toss. More map control. Oh, picks the wrong signature. Was expecting a forward heavy. Gets caught out by signature from the guns. Maximus gets the first knockout. Just trying to close down that lead. Let's see if Maximus can do it. Alright, good unarmed from Maximus. Meanwhile, PJ trying to find his own signature on Orion. Maximus is gonna go for the weapon, still with the map control from PJ. Backs off, goes for the mine. Good dodge, just avoiding the damage.
Maximus is gonna catch PJ with the tip of that slide kick to get a little bit more damage off.
Oh, the
PJ looking for some more signatures, some more heavy hits, just to get that first kill off on Maximus. And there, oh no, it's not quite going to do it. The recovery is not going to finish off Maximus, but it is going to put him at a high enough damage that I think the next one will.
Yeah, the next hit, Cassidy's only got a handful of armor at 4, so the map control from PJ has just been nuts this round. He has been on top of everything, just trying to prevent Maximus from getting to the weapons that he needs. You know, Cassidy really needs her weapons in order to secure knockouts, and PJ's been very sensitive to that. Had really good reactions to a lot of these weapon tosses ever since the early ones. Now let's see.
His spacing very. He's keeping a very good spacing move, and there's his recovery into a kill. This time it is going to close him off, and PJ is just going to keep his spacing very good. He knows Cassidy's got the guns, and that he can't really get in close without getting a good few pokes off first. So we're going to watch him get a good map control, and he's going to land a side light into that air side, so getting a little bit more damage off onto Cassidy. Oh, and he just misses with the side signature and gets punished for it, unfortunately.
Yeah, Maximus is
is
searching for a lot of those dive kicks, not really able to find any of them. It's something where right now I don't think he was expecting this level of resistance. And this is going to be pretty challenging if Maximus isn't able to close down the deficit. Oh, goes for the side light, just misses it with the underspacing. And there's the signature, knocks him out. It's 2-1. Let's see if Maximus can get a little bit more work off of this life.
All right, well, here we go. We have Cassidy with 1 life left. PJ going to pick up that bomb after the throw, hold on to it, and see what he can do. He just tosses it straight down to the S zone. And again, there's a lot of words to talk. I'm just gonna cut it down to that. Oh, and he managed to catch him with that side signature.
Oh, hits him twice, picks him up off the bottom corner.
But the second one isn't quite gonna finish him off.
This is dangerous for Maximus. He really needs to create some damage if he's gonna be able to find another knockout. Orange health is not where you want to be with Cassidy ever.
All right, it looks like he is almost going to die again to that recovery, but
nice weapon tosses.
I think the next weapon heavy is going to just about finish Maxi off.
Both players trying to be really patient. Good space control from PJ. Maximus has been having a really difficult time approaching him, which is probably why we're seeing a lot of weapon tosses. Here he goes for the signature, gets some damage down.
That down sig just beating out the side signature from Orion.
And
It
Maximus
doesn't quite have the same frames that it used to a few patches ago, so you're not going to be able to beat that out, I don't think.
Maximus, I feel like, has been throwing his weapons away a little bit more than he should. Gets caught out by the side signature. Let's see if PJ's going to be able to clip him with a recovery. Waiting for all of the options to finish. Just manages to jump away at the last moment. And we are back to neutral.
PJ really searching for those signatures to finish off Cassidy, by the way. Oh, they're fighting on the wall. Can they get it? Oh, no, they... Looks like PJ is going to resort for going for a weapon. Can he... He won't be able to keep Maxi off the other weapons. And he's going to find his hammer, something that he maybe use to finish PJ off with the you could see.
Oh,
that
the item toss!
Kills him with the throw straight down on the wall, evening the game out 1-1.
And that's exactly what Maximus needed to do right here. Gotta make it a little bit easier for whoever they decide to put in next.
If Maxi takes this game, this will be the turnaround that Kappa needs in order to give them the advantage in the next round.
Yeah, and it definitely seems like they were saving some of their stronger players for the end. Oh, there's the knockout from PJ. Off the ground pound, unarmed.
With 1 life remaining, we go on to the next round. PJ the victor, and Kappa sending in their 4th player.
And so BMG, at one point they were 3 stocks up. That has now been narrowed down to 1 with some great work from Maximus Maxi.
All right, so it looks like the last 2 people for Kappa will be Elite and followed up by Milo. So it looks like Milo is going to finish off their roster if it gets that far. But Professor JD, the 3rd player with 1 life, he'll be looking to take off at least 1 or 2 of Elite's lives if he can help it.
This should be pretty interesting. I'm not sure if I've ever seen Elite play. Are you familiar with this player at all?
I'll be honest, I am not quite familiar with him, so we'll see what he pulls out. He's going to select Lucian, or the famous Blucian, as everyone loves to call him.
Blucian's best Lucian.
Exactly.
Oh man,
Orion picking, PJ picking Orion again. We'll see how this works out for them.
And if we look over at chat right now, everybody in chat definitely seems like they are fans of Milo. And I'm really excited to see him go in. Milo is probably one of the best people in this whole community. He is one of the nicest guys you will ever meet. He runs a stream that's just super awesome, and he is by far the best Nash player in the world right now. So I can understand why everybody's excited to see him.
So he'll be anchoring up there in I assume so in that final spot. Professor PJ and Elite finishing up their map striking.
Yeah, it should be good. I'm interested to see another Lucian play, just because it seems like there are a whole bunch of different ways that people utilize his signatures and overall kit. Seems like across most players in general, some people seem to have like different ratios of how much they use signatures compared to other moves, and I'm always interested to see how people utilize the different characters.
Everyone's got their own playstyle. All right, it should be just about just about done. What does that mean? Just about done?
I'm not sure. Maybe that's a Georgia thing.
I don't think so. Well, it might be. BMG is gonna have to confirm this for me because I'm not entirely sure. I mean, it is in the South, so you never know. It could be a thing.
This is possible. All right, so it looks like they're finishing up the stage strikings. And we're going to be getting on here. PJ is only going to have 1 stock, and up against Lucian, that is kind of an uphill battle. You know, Lucian is really good at keeping you out when he's got guns, and incredibly good at closing the distance when he's on guitars, so we'll see if Professor Jade, PJ, is able to get a couple of stocks off of this. And here we go. We are loading in. We've got PJ on Orion and Elite on Blucian. And
2 very low force characters with higher defense ratings. Let's see how this works out for them since they both have an equal defense rating. PJ missing that first suicide kick.
He's having a little bit of trouble landing the suicide right now. A little bit of difficulty getting around the edge, but there he's able to find it down the shenanigan area.
He takes himself out a second time. Will he do it a third?
Will he do it a third? We think we will. He goes for the left side option, and here we go, guys. We are in it. We're going to be
surprisingly, he did not go for the BM suicide on the opponent's side.
And here
I feel like
we go.
that'll be a thing now.
It could be a thing now. All right, so PJ on Orion, Bien. And here we
Getting
go.
a lot of light damage off here and there. Nothing really damaging because of their higher than normal defenses, but a lot of little hits and bonks coming in. Well, they might as well be bonks. They're not really doing much.
Yeah, PJ really seems to have a very interesting way of controlling the space in the map. Just kind of doesn't really care too much about reading his opponent. Just knows, like, if I'm doing something in this area and he moves into it, I'm going to come out on top. Ooh, just
both missing those side attacks there.
That could have been the end of Orion right there had he gotten hit by that signature move. I mean, if Elite gets this stock, it's gonna reset the game essentially, and we're gonna be back at 8-8.
And that is something that Kappa would definitely like. But if PJ can even take one life off, that will be very, very, very beneficial to BMG, keeping their lead at a very nice one life. And he almost takes him out on the second life, but that 6 defense really coming through for Lucian.
Yeah, Lucian running back to find himself a weapon. You can see that.
Ooh, with the spear toss.
Oh, PJ with
Oh, that was some stuff I haven't seen in a while. The throw into the bomb, kind of bait him over and throw some other stuff at him. Oh, just missed the side heavy though. Goes for another heavy. Misses that.
Lots of signatures from both players because they know as soon as one hits, that's probably going to be a knockout, especially if Lucian can land the side signature. PJ's been very, very cautious about it all game long. You can see a lot of space respect. And
oh, they both just missed the side heavies again, and another one comes up. Very close.
And Orion's new signatures are really difficult to punish if you don't know the exact spacing. Oh, there's a clip.
Ooh.
Orion just manages to live.
That 6 defense really coming through again.
Is he going to be able to make it back up?
You can tell Lucian's just looking for a side heavy opportunity right there on the edge.
Oh, man.
Really just waiting for one of these open points for him to just finish this game off and even the matchup.
Yeah, and it's something where it's always really difficult to recover against somebody when you're lance bound. It's great for throwing, but those strange angles on it, okay, good damage. I mean, we're basically in the deep red now. Any good hit with force should be able to close this out.
That side heavy from Lucian's Captars were very close, but he finishes up again with another side heavy, knocking him out.
Oh, man.
Evening the game up. That is going to be Elite with 4 stocks going into the next player from BMG.
Just the
evening up. Oh, this is exciting.
The slightest amount of hesitation from PJ, and Elite was finally able to find that signature he was searching for. Like, both players, just that whole match, just constantly spaced out, just trying not to get caught, and there it happened at the very end. We got some people in chat, like, applauding the spear throw.
I mean, hey, you heard it from me, and now you're hearing it from everyone else. It was a crazy play.
Those are some old school setups right there. It used to be that's about how high you could throw a spear if you charged it. You used to be able to like chuck it off screen with all this force and stuff.
The throws from the old days were a lot of fun. I mean, they were completely broken.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong,
but they were super fun.
I mean, 15 damage instant throws that you could just instantly combo off one another. That was some fun times.
Yeah, the good old days of Brawlhalla.
When Unarmed had priority over everything as well.
This morning I'm drinking freshly brewed coffee made by my lovely wife, who has once again put up with me casting video games on a weekend. She's very supportive. Alright, so we're going to be moving in. It looks like BMG Dan is going to be playing on Cassidy, and Lucian is going to be played by Elite once again. And here we go. We are in
playing on Blackguard. Not a map that you normally see in a lot of these games.
Yeah, Blackguard is definitely a dangerous map.
Blackguard is a very wide map. We'll see if that works in favor to the gun users here, both Cassidy and Lucian. But the wide sides should prove to allow both players to survive off a lot of hits.
Man, a little bit of an early mistake from Elite there as he rolls into a bomb. He might be feeling a little bit of the tournament nerves. Maybe just a little bit.
Cassidy taking the first hit. That's going to be a sidelight. Dodging very well. Dan getting his positioning quite nicely against Elite. Following up with a lot of side lights and down lights to get a lot of damage buildup. Can he finish him off? Ooh, tries to go for the Tybo combo with that with that neutral air combo.
The infinite jungle of doom, brought to you by Tybo. Dan is looking really good right now. He's been able to put down quite a lot of damage early on. Looking really confident on Cassidy. Yeah, it's really hard to get signatures off on Cassidy, though, against other gun users, but he picks one up right there. Close range.
Perfect side light timing by Cassidy.
Just really unexpected to get hit by a signature after that. But
ooh, baits out his down signature with the Katars, so he can get off a good amount of damage with that down air. And that good stun off right there. Elite charges up his side light, or side heavy. He charges up his side light. He charges up his side heavy. Misses the first one, hits the second one, and knocks out Cassidy.
Elite
back in a 3-3 situation.
Elite gets it off of the grounded signature. Definitely a favorite kill move by Lucians everywhere. Super effective at getting the knockout once you've been able to put down damage with the guns.
Lots of dodges coming in, looking for those hits. Dan hits his down signature into a recovery move. Hits a second down signature into recovery. And just gets a whole bunch of damage off on Lucian. He puts him into the deep orange.
Yeah, this is looking...
I don't know if that's a thing.
Sure it's a thing.
Yeah, I said it right.
So far, I mean, Dan has been looking really good on Cassidy this match. He's been able to keep Elite on the back foot most of the time, which is not something that's easy to do when you're up against Lucian. I mean, you can see right now Elite's just struggling to find a weapon. Dan trying to set up those tornadoes, picks off of the edge.
Lucian in the red, that should kill him if he lands another down signature. Oh, but he's going to kill him with a down light. Going to grab him and just toss him straight into space.
All right.
One astronaut making an astronaut out of another. That proximity mine going to do some work onto Cassidy, getting a lot of damage off.
Well, ended up, I think, putting down a little bit of damage on both people, which is, you know, an okay result. But again, Lucian's armor really works in his favor for taking extra damage where you need it. So let's see if Dan can make up the difference or not, or if
Very
Lucian's...
nice dodges coming out by Dan. Oh!
Oh, a little bit of a mistake.
Almost loses control.
Yeah, not something that's very uncommon to see. Oh, Lucian clips Dan right out of the tornado. Super risky move, but it pays off. Oh, the punish. The signature punish.
Put it back up. We have another light yellow versus white situation here again. This is going to be a very even match.
Man, this is a rough position for BMG, you know, because even if they come out ahead on this, they've still got Milo to face, which is something that I think everybody should be wary of. So
BMG's going to want to win this one if they're going to have any chance against Milo, I imagine. He's very, very good.
Oh man, double signatures and Lucian's comes out on top. There's another clip from the lead. Man, if Kappa is able to turn it around at this point, I'm not sure if BMG can come back, but whoa!
The Cassidy side signature just beating out that Lucian signature, outranging his the space that he uses. And now Dan getting a lot more damage off of those guns, keeping it very even, trying to hold on to those 2 lives so that he can go into Milo with as much of an advantage as he can.
Lots of patience and really good dodging from Dan right now, just being able to get through Lucian's attack. So at this point, you know, Dan's thinking he's trying to figure out how to safely approach Lucian without getting caught by another one of those signatures. You know, at this point, you can see, you know, Elite really likes to use those signature moves. And you can see, like, as a response, like, Dan's starting to jump up a little bit more. He's starting to play a little bit more floaty, trying to stay on top of it.
Trying to get out of those hitbox ranges for some of Lucian's signatures, especially the side signature, which is a favorite of a lot of people.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, you can see how badly he's searching for it. They keep trying to find it. Oh, there it is. It's not going to knock him out, though.
It's gonna knock him out of those guns. Gonna knock Lucian out of the map with a side light in the air. And Cassidy is going to take this Dan is going to go into the next match with 2 stocks, exactly what he would have wanted at that moment to fight against Milo.
Man, great patience from Dan on Cassidy. Something you normally don't see from rushdown characters like Cassidy, but you know, the patience, the willingness to just kind of play more safely and, you know, be out of range of that signature until he was able to find his own. Super smart play from Dan.
All right, you can see the chat. He's getting extremely hyped over Milo now.
Everyone's getting excited about Milo. It's gonna happen.
Oh man, this is gonna be the match of the lifetime. If BMG can take this out, will that mean by association, with Kappa beating Mew last week, is BMG better than Mew as well, beating Kappa here?
It begs the question of, after this, what is BMG going to do next?
Who are they going to fight? Are they going to fight? Are they just going to go up and fight the newly formed Lemons? Will that happen, or will there be another? I think there was another crew that just popped up, wasn't it? It was JV4.
Yeah, I think that's another break-off crew from some of the other clans that have been in existence, but I mean, the thing is all throughout today, people have been saying Milo could easily sweep this. Milo's got the power. It's going to be a battle of attrition for BMG because I do not think Milo is going to go down easy at all. This guy is the single best Nash player that exists. He just has this character at a whole nother level of understanding. He's just incredibly good. So we're going to see. We are on Twilight Grove. It's going to be Milo on Nash, Dan on Cassidy.
Milo Klappas.
Oh man, Kappas and Milos, let's get it!
All right, even the hype going on.
Even photos in chat cheering Milo on.
I think we're missing some suicides, I believe.
Oh, yep, that is.
Both players are at 4. We may have to restart the match if since there's already damage down.
Yeah, we'll see what they decide to do. It looks like they're deciding to play it out. I'm not sure if that is allowed with the rule set or not. Last time we had this mistake when I think it was somebody from Mu or Kappa forgot to do their suicides. Oh, it looks like they're actually catching up with what's going on in the chat right now, so
yeah,
maybe they're gonna restart.
Yeah, if Milo suicides right now, it might as well be a restart.
Yeah, looks like they are gonna be
restarting.
restarting.
All right, so we'll wait for the second match.
I'm gonna let you take the helm for just a minute. I'll be right back.
Roger that. All right, nothing to really go by here right now, though. Just a couple suicides coming in and out to restart this match. Dan, forgetting to do his suicide stocks, has to suicide 2 in the beginning. So we're gonna do this again. Nash versus Cassidy. Dan versus Milo on Twilight's Grove. Oh, looks like Dan is not in the lobby anymore. Maybe there were some problems on his end. All right, there he is again. So let's see. We get the we'll get the suicides this time. 2 stocks versus 4, and we'll see how it goes. Magma getting Milo getting 4 stock. That is the end of Kappa. Kappa. All right, we have 11 minutes. 4 stocks. Cassidy versus Nash. Here we go. The suicides do come out this time from Dan. Got the second one going down right now. Quite literally going down. All right, now that both suicides are out of the way, we're going to get this match underway.
Oh boy, Nash, we've got Milo with the spear. That's where all the setups are. That's where all the setups live for Milo.
Dan looking for some hits. Milo going with that Milo combo of the neutral spear into the down signature.
You know, in this position right now, like, all Dan can hope for is to get those stocks. Like, it's a whole different type of mentality when you're playing in this type of crew battle, because you have to decide, you know, how risky am I going to play? Am I able to play aggressively? Should I play defensively? You know, how should I try to play this out? And you end up, you know, having this extra layer of thinking that goes through your mind because you're carrying the entire team on your shoulders. And right now it looks like Milo already has Dan on the back foot.
Well, if Dan doesn't make it through this life right here, he still has a second one to finish him
Oh!
off. And wow, the reversal, knocking Milo down to the bottom of the map with that double recovery.
And
A very, very surprising turnaround.
Milo immediately responds with his own knockout off a hammer stomp, but man, he should not have tried to uppercut through that. I don't think he was expecting Dan to use the ground pound because so few gun users actually use that move, but Dan busted out, and here we go. It's 3-1. Can Milo get this? He really wants to get into the next round with 3 stocks. With 3 stocks, it's not an impossible stat.
A ton of damage off right now with those guns.
Yeah, those
Looking
guns.
for that second life. If he can take a second life, this is going to be incredibly valuable to BMG, giving a much easier time to Tyveris to close this crew battle off against Kappa.
Yeah, Dan right now just playing really smart, getting a lot of damage down, knowing that he just has to put Nash in the red until it becomes really dangerous. One side error signature is going to spell the end for Milo as he neatly dodges through one. He keeps trying to find a punish, finally find one's there.
Oh, and there's the second stock from Dan.
It's just
taking Milo down a second time. That is incredibly, like I said, incredibly valuable for the BMG team.
Oh, good damage from Milo with the hammer neutral. He really needs to get a knockout here. Oh, just manages to drop the combo. Not good. Gets caught by a signature. Milo really looking on the back foot. Wasn't expecting this level of resistance. Dan is going crazy.
These guns are just going off at the moment.
Too
Milo
much
having
damage.
An incredibly hard time getting in, getting a huge hit off.
Why won't
Getting to
Cassidy
the edge guard
die?
situation.
There
Nope.
we go.
He is not going to be able to recover, and that is 2 stocks Milo going into the next fight against 4 stocks Tyveris. Will Tyveris be able to close this out or not? We will find out in this epic finale.
Oh man, Blue Mammoth Games, the developer themselves of Brawlhalla, Kappa, the original community clan born out of the very black-hearted depths of Twitch TV. Here we are.
This epic finale.
It's gonna be pretty
On
crazy.
Saturday.
All right, guys. It's gonna be Milo versus Tyveris. Tyveris, I think possibly hoping that he wouldn't have to play. You know, I think that's why he's last. I think that might have been the strategy there. Just like, you know, I'll just go last. I'll let my beautiful team carry me over. But we're gonna be going into this with 2 stocks remaining for Milo, 4 stocks for BMG. It looks like Tyveris is gonna be on Vrax.
Pulling out the red Vrax.
Yeah, this is gonna be.
That's something you typically see.
You know, and it's funny because this.
It's not one of the dev colors, is it?
The last time Tyveris played Vrax was that I saw him play Vrax was the last time that he played against the community. So I mean, technically that means that Tyveris has been playing Vrax since, at least as far as we know, 7 months ago. That's a really long time to main a character.
Looks like the striking is done. Mammoth is going to be the final map between Milo on Nash and Tyveris on Lord Vrax.
You know, this is going to be really interesting because both of these characters, neither of them really considered top tier at the moment. And a lot of people have been saying that Vrax is bad, so maybe Tyveris is out to prove everyone otherwise.
Or maybe he just knows about something that everyone else doesn't.
Well, we'll see if we get some sneaky developer tech. Milo now remembers that he's got a suicide off.
At least we didn't have to deal with that again.
All right. So,
all right, the second stock is gone. Suiciding is complete, and the game will commence. Tyveris throwing off a couple explosives. He knows his 4 defense is...
Ooh, nice twist and churn signature from Tyveris. Good read off of that one.
Very nearly hits Milo with that bomb on the ground there.
Tyveris just going in close, doing a lot of work with the lance right now. Double signatures, lots of pain.
There's a lot of fast damage coming in from Vrax. That neutral signature doing a heavy amount of damage. And looks like Tyveris is going to be looking for that kill move.
And this is something I think that it may have just been one of those things where people kind of underestimated the dev team, you know? They do make this game, and Milo is able to kind of narrow the deficit a little bit. Vrax definitely has low armor, much like Lucian or Cassidy. Or not Lucian, but, you know, Cassidy, Ada, Hattori. I think he sits at 4 armor, much like those other legends. So we'll see if that's going to work in Milo's favor.
Oh, Vrax just surviving that side air, recovering onto the wall, but can he get back onto the stage?
Oh, good patience from Milo.
Not. Milo smacks Amari off the side with that #1 stick.
Ooh, immediately down heavy.
Oh, with the breakdance. Tyveris bringing out a breakdance.
He's got.
This is a 3-1 game. Can Milo 3-stock Tyveris to close this game, or will Tyveris just show that the dev team is where all the skill is at?
Getting the twist and turn once again with the signature punish. Milo lands his own signature from downtown with the hammer. Milo has a lot of work to do. It's not impossible, but by God, it's going to be hard going up against Tyveris like this. Let's see if he is able to get any more damage, or if Tyveris is going to be able to close it out at 3 stocks. Oh, good clip.
Tyveris almost closes it out with that side heavy, but Nash's defense does not allow for that. Oh, and a bomb just blasts Vrax out of the sky.
Takes it down 2-1. Milo needs to play the perfect game right here if he's going to be able to close down this deficit. Tyveris only needs a couple more signatures. There it is. Lands one. Twist and turn once again on the lance.
Oh, Milo, is this the end for Milo right here? He's having a lot of trouble getting away from Tyveris.
Tyveris being really aggressive. Milo lands the good white health combo with the spear.
Ooh, just out, both players just out of hitbox range.
Nice.
Close.
Nice
Milo
neutral and
trying to get more
signature
damage
from
off.
Milo. Tyveris just looking for a signature, knows if he lands one, it's going to be bad news for Nash, but Milo could get a knockout here. If he does, this match is suddenly going to get very tense. Oh, Tyveris back on Lance where he's been doing most of the work. Gets juggled out. One more hit. Oh, there's the side air.
Just about closes him off.
Can he get back?
And
No,
he
he
gets
gets
knocked out.
closed. It's 1-1, guys. This is,
The chat is going crazy for Milo right now. Can he bring this back and close off this one life to bring a 4-stock on Tyveris?
Oh, but he gets hit
No,
by
he
the
is not.
signature.
Tyveris is going to close the game, bringing this in for the BMG team with 1 life remaining.
Oh, man.
Good job, BMG. Congratulations for beating Kappa.
An incredibly close crew battle resulting in a final score of +1 for BMG.
A very epic conclusion to the very epic crew battle we just witnessed today. Every single player bringing out the best that they could bring to take down the other side.
Oh
With
my god.
BMG just barely taking out BMG. Or, I mean, Kappa did not take themselves out.
Oh man, this was intense, and I mean, we can see chat is blowing up right now. Everyone is going, my god, Vrax secret god tier dev hacks totally rigged. Oh man, but this was an incredibly well-fought battle by both sides. I mean, Kappa versus BMG, this was ridiculously close, and we got to see some amazing play from people that, you know, we haven't had the privilege of being able to observe in the past. So this was just excellent to see.
It was such a pleasure to watch these people play. Watch a lot of people who I have never seen play before. Most of the devs and a few of the Kappa members as well. So now getting to see all these newer casting players play. I can't wait to see them later on in possibly other tournaments or other crew battles. BMG especially. I'd like to see where they stack up against the other crews in the Brawlhalla community.
Yeah, I think it was a fantastic showing from BMG. I mean, we definitely got to see a lot of good play from everyone. You know, we got to see a pretty broad range of characters today, especially some of the ones that nobody really expected to see come out. Like, you know, we had a Hattori, we had, you know, Nash on Milo, and then, you know, Tyveris on Vrax was largely unexpected, since a lot of people have been saying that Vrax isn't that good. But I think Tyveris, you know, proved otherwise with that last match.
I'd say so. He really showed that Vrax still has a lot of power.
All right.
In that coverage area.
It actually looks like, sounds like they might be trying to hang out and do some 2v2 fun. But as far as the crew battle is concerned, guys, this has been BMG, Blue Mammoth Games, the developers of Brawlhalla, versus Kappa, the original OG Twitch clan. of people who watch Twitch streams and play Brawlhalla. And this has been the first crew battle that the devs have participated in. It was absolutely awesome. Once again, thanks to Maximus Maxi from Kappa for inviting me to cast this, and thank you to my co-caster You Got Frown for helping me out today and providing some amazing co-casting.
Thank you for inviting me, and I'd love to come back anytime.
All right.
I know tomorrow is the ESL tournament, so
yes.
After this seems like the big hype up for the big ESL tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. I know there's a lot of people who signed up for the ESL tournament, and a lot of great games are going to come out of that tomorrow.
Yeah, if you guys haven't heard, we are having another ESL Community Cup tomorrow. It's going to be hosted here on my channel. And once again, Frond and I are going to be casting that. So if you want to come out to another hype event for more 1v1 Brawlhalla action, make sure to swing by tomorrow for the ESL, which is going to be awesome. But for now, guys, I just want to say thanks, everybody, for coming out. It was absolutely fantastic being able to host this crew battle. I'm really excited for more crew battles in the future. I'm really hoping that after this, the devs will prioritize making crew battles like an official custom mode, because I think
hint,
that would
hint,
be
wink, wink.
Hint, hint, wink, wink. I think you guys, understand how awesome these are now that you've been at the forefront of one. And it actually looks like we're trying to set up some friendly 2v2 coming on over here as like a bonus round. So maybe we'll stick around and we'll cast one of those 2v2 matches before closing out the stream. What do you think? Should we show the 2v2? Do you think that's the thing?
Yeah, the 3v3. The 2v2 if people want to see it.
I will.
I don't know if they want to see it though. I haven't heard anything about whether or not they do want to see it. I've just seen a lot of hype in the chat. Maybe they don't want to see it, and
maybe they're like, turn it off, Raven. Turn it off.
We're done with this.
My God, Raven, we're tired of you screaming things that we don't want to see. Oh man. Oh, it looks like they're going true to the typical Brawlhalla dev stream of going double random. Dashon being played by Milo. Rick coming back with Hattori. Here we go. Here's the final reprise. Let's see how hype we can make this.
I'm sort of surprised they did not for going for any of the test maps, just for fun. Which, by the way, I was playing some of the test maps with Dust a while ago, and we determined that if you play on the flat map on the test maps, and you both play Hattori, and you don't use any signatures, and you turn the damage down to 0.5% damage done, then you can almost reenact playing Smash Brothers.
All right, well, we are in for 2v2 action. Team Blue is Blue Mammoth Games, as is suitable for the, name of their company. And then Reis and Milo are Team Red representing Kappa. And you know what? 2v2 has been getting a lot of excitement and hype lately, because even though it looks like chaos when you've got friendly fire on, you have to do a fair amount of strategizing and be aware not just of you, but of your teammate and opponent, which is a little bit different.
The thing that's very interesting about 2v2s, especially in this game with the friendly fire, is that there's a lot more tech opportunity for the team play, because if you have a teammate off on the side who doesn't have any jumps left, no more recoveries, no more dodges, what you can do is you can throw your weapon or something out at them, something for some light damage to hit them with, and then allow them to get a jump and a dodge back.
Yeah.
To try to recover. So there's a lot more opportunities for interesting plays and crazy juggling opportunities between two players, knocking someone back and forth to finish them off.
It's one of those things like tech like that. There's bouncing combos between like neutrals and signatures where you can like send the opponent like in the direction of your teammate. There's stuff like positioning for edge guarding and all sorts of tactics. And that's one of the things, guys, if you're interested in 2v2, today is the last day to sign up for the 2v2 tournament that's happening next week. So that's happening next week on the 25th. If you guys haven't signed up for that, quickly grab somebody in chat and make a 2v2 team, because you should definitely come out to this. It's like there's a $300 prize pool, and it is going to be incredibly hype.
$300 is a lot of money. I'd be surprised if anyone didn't sign up.
I know, right? BMG looking all right, but the score is tied right now at 5-5 rather. If we're gonna count up totals, we're gonna have to come up with some sort of special rules for casting 2v2. Oh, Redolus.
It could be a 5v5 or a 3-2 for just 3-2. It's really hard to tell, because even though each player is their own own player with their own live pool. I mean, you do have a team pool essentially between the two of them.
Yes, you do.
Even though it's not as if you're having two people with 6 lives fight each other. So it's hard to tell which one you should go for, but I guess you could interchange it.
Probably like 5v4 is probably simplest, you know, because it's a team effort until it eventually becomes a 2v1 or a 1v1.
Well, it could be eventually, or there could be a suicide.
Double hit from Rex, but Tyas punishes him immediately.
Looks like Blue is BMG, right?
Blue is
Yeah,
BMG.
Blue is BMG. So they are down a life. The first time they've been down a life all day.
Yeah. You know, and again, it's part of like the 2v2 tactics. Like if I was in this scenario, what I would be trying to do is put as much damage down on the Hattori as possible. Oh, the betrayal from Redless! The betrayal!
A lot of team damage coming in. Milo actually hit Ricked earlier with a bomb on accident, and that looked like it was pretty devastating for Hattori.
Yeah, it's something where, despite 2v2 becoming more popular, there's very few groups that have actually been practicing it regularly. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen at the 2v2 tournament.
Tyas is all alone now against the Ricked Milo combos here. Rick's kind of staying away. He knows he's in the red, and he doesn't want to lose another one of his lives.
Oh.
But it's going to happen anyway when he gets a suicide bomb off, knocking himself out of the ring. However, that does put Scarlet down in a low percent. Or a high percent, not a low percent. I'm thinking the other way. Oh, and he gets the recovery on the wall.
Barely recovers.
Wow. Rick just throwing stuff away.
Tyas going for the slide charges. He does love
really
those.
Playing some footsies right now. Trying to get something.
I will say slide charges were probably one of the fastest new pieces of tech to go in the game. It was something where like someone posted it and like 2 days later it was in. And it's just too fun not to do. Oh, the weapon toss!
That's the finisher.
It closes
Spear
it.
throw from across the map.
Oh, man. All right, guys, so that was the bonus round here. I'm going to be closing down the stream. Once again, thank you, You Got Thrown, for coming and co-casting with me.
Thank you for inviting me anytime.
All right, man. Thank you to Blue Mammoth Games for making a brilliant game in Brawlhalla. Thanks to BMG and Kappa for coming out this afternoon for an incredible crew battle on a Saturday stacked on top of Evo, but we don't care because we're Brawlhallans. This has been awesome.
This is the better tournament, let's be honest. I mean, Evo, what is that? That sounds like some small little dinky backwards tournament. This is Brawlhalla. This is a crew battle. This is purely organic. This is where
real.
Everyone should be.
This is real. This is Brawlhalla. So,
brought to you by the countries of Georgia.
Of Georgia.
Wow, they're good.
They're good.
Brawlhalla matches.
All right, everybody. So thank you so much for coming down and watching the Brawlhalla tournament, this crew battle between BMG and Kappa. So excited to see everyone square off today, but for now, we have to close down the stream because we have other things to do. If you guys are interested in seeing more Brawlhalla tournament action, make sure that you come out tomorrow afternoon for the ESL tournament.
That will be at 2 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow. So be sure to pop up. There will be possibly tweets going out, and well, just remember it will be around at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. Be there or be square. If you want to be square, that's up to you. I have nothing against you, but I hate you.
All right, guys. Thanks again so much for coming out. I will see all of you tomorrow at the ESL 1v1 tournament. Congratulations once again to BMG, and we'll see you guys next time.